Let's begin. Great. So welcome everybody to our opening night session, which is normally done at the beginning of every session that we normally start in terms of tuition. Specifically, we are about to begin the July date, July 2024. Specifically, the only date before the change in syllabus. And I'm really happy about this because I've been able to travel with this syllabus from beginning till now. I remember November 2019, the first time this particular syllabus was examined. And I must say that we can say goodbye to this particular syllabus this November this year, which is by the end of this July exams, we are ready to begin a new syllabus. Quite recently, we had the launch of the new syllabus. I'm sure most of you have seen it, and I'm sure most of you have appreciated the changes that have been brought in the new syllabus. So I'm excited to begin another new syllabus from 2024 for another 5 years. We hope that we are going to run through it again, and Aspire is ready to help you with this new syllabus. Great. So I'm really happy that all of you have made time to join us. Mike, are we okay? Hello, Mike, are we okay? Great. So really happy that everyone has joined us. And as I said, this new syllabus is essentially going to expire this July. And we roll out a new syllabus, which will be examined in November. We've done an expose on this new syllabus already. We hope to emphasize the new syllabus as we are about to end the current syllabus. So essentially, that will be done. But I want to still go back to our tuition program for this current date, specifically this July. And I want to take you through our tuition program for July. Mike, I'm unable to switch my screen. What have you done to me? I'm unable to switch screen, Mike. Okay, I'm going to share another. I'm sure I could share this. Great. So I want us to go through our tuition program for July. And this is our tuition program for July extensively. So we have a weekday and a weekend program scheduled for July. The usual arrangement is that what do you call it? Strategic case study and public sector normally run the same time or schedule, in addition to introduction to management accounting. For advanced audit, management accounting, and business and corporate law have the same route of session. Advanced tax, financial reporting, and financial accounting also have the same schedule of work, whilst corporate reporting, financial management, business management, and information systems also have the same schedule, whilst principles of tax and audit and assurance also have the same schedule. So this is our program, and the time is so short. So we are running a session where we shall be having a repetition of what is done on the weekday will be repeated on the weekend. And we normally do that extensively for about 3 weeks, just to ensure that we get everybody on board. And once we are done with that, we actually will not repeat sessions. Rather, the weekday session will be continued on the weekend so that we can be able to finish the syllabus in good time. There's an arrangement to ensure that all students obtain the videos of both sessions, whether weekend or weekday, so nobody will be left behind. If you have any questions, you can join any of the sessions and put it across. We'll be ready and willing to assist. And with the team of teaching assistants we shall be introducing, which we have done in the last sitting, You always have the needed support, if there's any, in order to assist you catch up where the need be. So basically, that is our tuition program. Our fee package has not changed much. Discount has also been the same policy, and we are encouraging everyone who is interested in joining our tuition program to take advantage of it, because today we have started lectures. I just had a session with our advanced auditing student, and Kwame also had a session with our management accounting students. So we have essentially taken off. Today was actually syllabus review. We'll repeat the same over the weekend. Next week, we begin business. So this week is dedicated to syllabus review. Once we are done analyzing the syllabus, putting perspective to bear on the key aspect of the syllabus, we hope to kick off business from next week. So just enjoy us. I'm sure Kwame, I'm sure Kwame should be on the call. He may also come in when the need be. So I normally handles the strategic case study, corporate reporting. Those are the two capstone papers with a lot of weight attached to them. I also handle advanced auditing. Kwame is our resident tax consultant, so he handles advanced tax. He's also our management accountant and financial manager, so he handles financial management and management accounting. We also have other lecturers supporting. We have in person of what's the name? Frederick. Frederick handles the public sector accounting and finance. So he's the lecturer for public sector accounting. We have also Festus. Festus handles principles of tax. We also have Jane Fee. Jane Fee handles financial accounting. We have Wachi, who supports with financial reporting. So we have a full-fledged of lecturers who are supporting to make this happen. And obviously, I'm the one in charge of business. So you see me most often, but it's to ensure that I bring a lot of discipline to bear on what we do, so that outcomes are meeting the desired expectation. So you see me very often in most lectures. It's not quite any reason, but it's to ensure that I handle most of the subject and make sure that outcomes are meeting expectation. Are we clear? So we can move on. We also have for our reseaters the modular program. I want to also highlight that, which most of our students sometimes take advantage of. And this is starting on the 12th of April. So if you are a reseater, this is a program you could take advantage of. Don't rely on just standing aloof, trying to just take advantage of time. I can tell you there's no time. Better get yourself onto the modular program and put yourself in better shape. Failure is not to tell you to move back to slow progress. No, failure means that you need to even work harder. So some students normally take that, they look at things in a way that once they fail the paper, then they are depressed. They get themselves worked out by overthinking of issues that, why have I failed, blaming so many things. But failure means you need to work harder. Exactly. Get back to business, come with the same momentum and excitement to do it and do it well. So the modular program is expected to get students exactly to enjoy, especially those who have joined our tuition program in the previous diet, get access to the recorded videos of the tuition program they have already participated in the previous diet. And then we do what we call a weekly meeting. And that meeting essentially is to solve questions. Are we clear? We solve key questions in the syllabus just to get them to practice as often as possible in preparation towards the exam. So the modular is designated to our reseaters, those who have gone through a tuition program on our platform and are willing to subject themselves to a disciplined weekly question and answer session whilst they are using the videos for revision. Are we together? So that is what the modular program achieves. And normally, because the modular targets students who have already gone through our program, the modular normally comes at a discounted rate. Exactly. So it's more or less a 10% off the regular fee. And sometimes I get students who have not gone through our tuition program attempting to register for the modular, I don't normally advise that. It's dangerous to take that decision. If you have never been through our tuition program, please go through the tuition. Don't be motivated by the 10% discount to go for a modular program when you have never been to tuition before. It's a big risk. You can suffer for that. I always expect that only those who have gone through our tuition to take advantage of that. Are we clear? So sometimes some people ask, so what about we, the regular class? Are we able to also have some opportunity to join the modular? Yes, there are some times that we merge the two classes together. I do that most often, and it's something we are going to continue to do into this sitting. So sometimes we bring the two classes together, regular and modular, put together to target or solve some questions together. We do that, especially on some difficult aspects of the syllabus. We do a joint class in order for us to achieve some level of consensus on the discussion. For example, for public sector accounting, they normally do that. When it comes to the preparation of the financial statement in the public sector, there's always a joint session for the modular and the regular. I can give you another example, like for financial reporting. We normally do that, essentially when we are dealing with some of the IFRS which are problematic. We can do that. For corporate reporting, we do that. Are we together? For strategic case study, we normally come together if you want to practice model cases. We do that together. And going into this sitting, because it's the last, okay, it's the last date for the 2019 to 2024 syllabus, we will be having that collaboration extensively. There will be major collaborations between the regular and the modular class as we go into the exam for the July. So there will be a lot of collaboration between the modular and the regular class. So what it means is that there will be some times that we'll be requiring the modular class to be joining the regular class so that we can also keep them at the same pace as the tuition, because sometimes they don't go back due to some lack of discipline. They don't go back to watch the tuition videos because sometimes they focus on solving questions, while sometimes the tuition is also needed to be able to gain some foundational issues or clarity on some of the foundational issues. So going into this sitting, we would emphasize more collaboration between the regular class and the tuition or the modular class. We'll have a regular collaboration between the two. So we will emphasize that, okay? The last program we have on offer, which has been a popular demand by our students, is the self-study offline program. So many of our students, some of them have been asking for this arrangement. Some says that I've been through the tuition program. I don't think there's a need for me to come back for tuition. I think I can do my own self-study, do my own preparations, and maybe eventually join you or join for an intervention towards the exam. So due to that popular demand, we have put together the offline self-study program. And what does this program offer? So what it does is that when you register as a student on the offline, we are giving you access to all the learning materials as well as the tuition videos of the previous date. So you will not be allowed to join the live class. No, no, no. This is only to give you access to videos as well as learning materials. We have videos of as many as 4 or 5 dates in the app. Last sitting videos are there, the previous sitting videos are there. There's so many pool of resources there which you can rely on, and with the lecture materials to go with them. So those who prefer the self-study, there's a lot of discipline, I must say, for you to be telling yourself the need to come back and watch a video on your own without anybody calling you to lectures. It requires a lot of discipline, I must say. So those who want to go for this program, no challenge. We have given you what you want. We call it the self-study offline program. So you are not going to join any live class. Yours is to take advantage of the materials and videos which has been used in previous guides for your study, for your preparation. Maybe eventually you can join our intervention, which is our final revision lectures before the exam. So that is the expectation of the offline program. It has been on popular demand, and we are happy to ensure that this has become possible for those who prefer this option. Are we clear? So if you look at it, technically, there are 3 programs on offer. The regular tuition, let me go back there, which is regular tuition, full blast lectures, twice a week lecture, choosing an off weekend or weekday lectures. And as I said, after 3 weeks into the lecture, we will not repeat. We will not repeat, but rather what? Go ahead and what? Continue the session. Is that clear? Okay, so take note of that. Okay. Okay. Right. So that is the first thing we have, the tuition program specifically dedicated to those who want full blast tuition. Then we have the modular, as I emphasized, very excellent program. And as I said, there will be extensive collaboration between the regular tuition and the modular because there's no time. And this is the last time we are going to have this syllabus. So as I said, we will collaborate. There will be times that regular tuition will join the modular, whilst modular will also join the regular. Exactly. There will be that collaboration. But as I warned you, never register for modular when you have never been through our tuition program. I repeat, never try it. It's dangerous. It can worry your studies because the modular have a certain tempo which is higher than the normal class. Exactly. There's no patience for certain things. I would advise. We are actually there to solve questions. The assumption is that you've got the basics. Exactly. You are just building up on what you have. So there's little tolerance for some lack of basic knowledge. I would admit that lecturers will not have patience for such ignorance. I must say, are we together? But for the regular tuition, once you are there, the level of patience is there to ensure that we bring you up to speed on issues. Are we clear? So sometimes I have that challenge. Students join modular and they're asking you questions that technically I believe they are not supposed to be part of the modular class. So please don't be deceived by the price. Exactly. Don't let the economy mislead you to choose the modular when in actual sense you are supposed to be part of tuition. I believe I'm making sense. So please be guided, make the right decision, and make sure that you choose the right option. And as I said, the last option is the offline, which is somebody who wants to learn at their own pace. And I want to say that the offline gives opportunity to students who know that in our class, they don't want to join a class once a week. They want to learn every other week. So he has access to all the lecture materials and the videos. And to be frank, if you look at our lecture videos, right, you realize that we have about 14 videos or sometimes 16 videos exactly for a full tuition program for a particular subject. So if the student is serious and is on the offline program, within 16 days of diligence, he can finish the entire syllabus. So anyone on the offline project is somebody who wants to go at their own pace. He has been through the tuition, or he has never been through tuition, but wants to go at his pace, exactly, and take up the videos, take up the material, and run throughout the whole thing. And within 16 days, 20 days, he's done with everything and can go back and play the video as many times as he wants. Are we together? And obviously, without any live lecture. Exactly. The only opportunity we may give is to maybe, if there's any clarity, we have a team of teaching assistants who can assist you if you need clarity on certain things. But as I repeat, it's not lectures, but maybe you seek clarification. Are we together? So that's the option we have for the self-study, or what we call the offline program. Exactly. I hope my explanations are fair. I hope everybody has understood the programs we have. I don't think we can over elaborate too much. So let me discuss some other few things like our mentoring program. So this is something I always do every night after the release of the syllabus. We call it mentoring every day with Sigmund. So from tomorrow onwards, exactly between the hours of 11 a.m. in the morning to 2 p.m., you can always call me, exactly. But sometimes make sure when you call and it's a missed call and I'm on the call, don't continue calling. I will surely return everybody's call, exactly. So you can call me if you need any guidance regarding your receipt. You don't know what to do. A lot of people call me on that. I believe those who have ever called me will appreciate and testify that sometimes my advice can be a game changer. So please take advantage of it. I've been in this for so many years, so you may want to seek my advice on certain things. You can call me between 11 a.m. in the morning to 2 p.m. I think that should be about 3 hours. Beyond that, I should be doing other things. Is that okay? So call me, make time to call. I believe in the next 2 weeks, we should have all this happening. Anybody can call at within this period and get guidance on how to improve your decision regarding going in for another program or another paper. Those who have qualified, we normally have that also for them. You want a career upgrade or you want to do anything, it's a big opportunity. You can always call. Exactly. We call it mentoring every day with Sigmund. You can call me and I will be there and available to speak to you. Exactly. So that is it. Every weekday between 11 a.m. to 2. There's no need to register. It's just to call. I believe sometimes when people see this advert, they keep asking the question, sir, do I need to register? There's no need to register. Just give me a call. And my number is there, 0555. I don't know whether it's there boldly. Okay, I think that's why sometimes some students have a challenge. It says, please call Yavuga Sigmund on 0555. That is it. So that the number is there. 0555 213 559. Between the hours of 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. I'll be available to answer your questions. Is that clear? So that is it. So I think we are good to go. One more thing I want to talk about before I allow for question is our mobile app. A lot of improvement is happening to our mobile app day in, day out, and I'm sure you are not missing out. Is that clear? So we have our ICA program, we have our CIT program, we have our CIMA program. They are all in the app, but we have introduced some other key features in the app, like our AI tool called Ask Sigmund. Some of you don't know, but if you go into that AI tool, it's on the app, the raw interface. If you go there, if you click on Ask Sigmund, you can ask any question and it will answer you. What we have done now, and my technical team have just updated me, is that we have, in a way, or have been able to now load into this AI all the past questions from ICA from 2015 to date. All the past questions have been uploaded into this artificial intelligence tool called Ask Sigmund. So if you go in there, if you ask it a question, it can give you answers specifically from our past questions. We have achieved that. And we are hoping that when the new syllabus is launched, the fireworks will come there, because we are going to put the entire syllabus into this AI. All the new manuals will be put into this AI, and any questions you ask it, it will deliver you an answer. That's the extent to which we are going by employing technology. So I'm sure in our first meetings, Mike has touched base on most of these issues. Are we clear? We have a computer-based exam portal, which is normally used when we are ending the session. We do that session called the computer-based exam so that we can give you a mock exam specifically online, which is where the institute is moving towards, because eventually the institute will soon conduct online exams, hopefully starting from next year after the launch of the new syllabus in November. Next year, the institute will bring up a roadmap for ensuring that all our exams have become computer-based. And Aspire, as a leading tuition provider, has already started that business of getting our students to write mock exams using a CBE platform we have built specifically for our students. Then we have the bookstore. So if you need some of our revision books, you can click on the bookstore and order pay online and have access to our team to deliver it to you anywhere in the country. Are we together? Then we have a job portal which has been redundant for some time now. We hope to keep it active soon. Then we have the complaint. Very soon, we are going to put it in there. It's going to be live in the app very soon, the complaint section. Because sometimes people have few challenges and they don't have anybody to report to. Sometimes they keep calling. But with the complaint section in the app, immediately you click on it, we have some possible complaint that we know students will normally have. For example, I've paid and I've not been added to a WhatsApp platform. Number two, I've paid, but my app is not activated. These are complaints we normally have with students who register on our app. So what we want to do is that we want to put in the complaint form in there so that it makes it a bit electronic, so that you don't need to call. Once you click on the complaint form, our team will get the message at the click of a button and act on it for you. So we are moving, and I can tell you we are making progress. So we hope that when this one is also launched, our complaint process will be more coordinated so that we can offer a better optimal service to our students. And I can tell you, you are the right place. The team is committed, diligent to get you to pass. Is that clear? I'm the leader, and I can tell you, you see the firepower when we begin lectures. Are we clear? So at this point, I'm done with my presentation. It's been 30 minutes of telling you what we have on offer. At this point, I would want to take your questions. So I will begin with the Q&A box. So when I'm done, I'll go online so that colleagues could ask live questions. Great. So any package for offline students, I think that has been dealt with, right? So the offline, we have that already. Okay, so somebody say, if I heard you well, did you say weekend and weekday class won't be a repetition? And when does the repetition see? So repetition would be for only 3 weeks. Beyond 3 weeks, we will not repeat. So weekend and weekday are expected to have a joint program so that we can finish the syllabus on time. Somebody say, how will you access to questions being solved when you join the self-study? Self-study is not tuition, as I said. Self-study is using previous videos to be able to learn and guide yourself. So most of those videos are there. Materials that were used to teach those lectures have all been archived on a Google Drive. So when we share that with you in your email, you can download all the materials and use it to follow the video. So it shouldn't be a problem at all. All the lecture materials for each of the video has been chronicled in a Google Drive. Once you have registered for self-study, that document will be shared with you, and you can always download your videos and use it and use that document to follow through. Are we clear? Somebody said, are you allowed to log in using your laptop? Because I've created an account using my phone. I've been able to download the app on my laptop, which I tried to log in, but it tells me invalid credential, any assistance. So please make sure that if you are using your app on your phone and you want to switch to your laptop, make sure that you log out of the phone. Log out of the phone before you can be made to log out on your laptop, especially if you are using the BlueStack. We also have the Windows. Exactly. We've done a Windows version of the app. Are we together? So you can go to your Microsoft stores on your laptop and search the app on your Windows, and it will be there so that you can use it on your laptop. We are almost through with the breakthrough. We have been able to develop the Windows version to the point that you can access all resources on your laptop. The only aspect that we are left to implement is the save option of the videos on your laptop, which we are working around the clock to achieve. Once we achieve that, you can also have that feature if you are using it on your laptop. But for now, if you want to have it on your laptop and save the video, you can use what we call BlueStack. There's an approach you can use to do that. Reach us and we'll share a video to assist you to do that, okay? But as I emphasize, you cannot use the app on 2 devices. If you are using it on your phone and you want to move to your laptop, please log out of one before you can be made to log out off onto the next one. So please take note of that. Good. So the next one is that, sir, what do we do, or what do we do if we have paid for modular but they want to switch to tuition. It's one of the things that my technical team dislikes so much when students want to switch in between programs. I'm sure somebody having registered for modular has seen the need to now switch to tuition because of my advice. It's not a problem. Once we are just starting, we can do that. Exactly. But the team, as I said, normally does not prefer that. So we can allow it from now to the weekend. If there's any need to change, we can do that. Exactly. Somebody say, I've registered for modular, can I change to offline? So I think if we have to put a lien on that, so maybe if you registered for modular, I wouldn't want you to change to offline, please. It will become abuse of process, exactly. But if you register for modular and you want to go to tuition, I think I would allow that. Okay, if not, it would be a very bizarre situation to manage because it takes a lot of effort to switch between programs because you need to deactivate, reactivate, change WhatsApp platform, make sure the person access has been clearly dealt with. So please, I would not advise you give us that problem. Are we clear? So make sure you don't add to our problems already there. So somebody say, are we going to have access to approved textbooks? Tuition is for tuition, books should be bought. But the good thing is that with Aspire, all materials to conduct the tuition will be given to you for free. We have some textbooks, which normally are question and answer book like revision books that we normally sell. It's not compulsory. You can obtain them to ensure that you can do some extensive question and answer in addition to what is being taught. Exactly. For example, we are running a promotion for our PSA and man accounting book, which is going for 50 CD, as cheap as that. Our man accounting and public sector accounting revision question and answer book is going for a promotional price of 50 CD. I can't imagine that. If you take advantage of it, you can have it and use it to support your practice questions. Are we together? Great. So can someone who did main tuition join the main tuition again for CI? Yes, I don't have a problem. If you've done tuition and you want to still join tuition again, why not? And I normally advise those who have scored below 35 to always do that. If you've scored anything below 35, in all humility, please just join tuition. This is a professionalism. So don't be pompous. Don't let pride kill you. Don't let pride drive you to distraction. Exactly. If you fail a professionalism, one thing I always say, never blame your lecturer. It's an insult. When you fail a professional exam, never blame a lecturer. That one is an abuse of your thought process. The key thing is to sit back and know that you have not adequately prepared. Up your preparation. Solve more questions. That is key. Never under any circumstance fail a paper and then you start blaming people. Blaming people is an act of irresponsibility. Take the bull by the horn. Get back to process. Go back to the real thing. How many questions are you solving per week? You need some more discipline to engage more and more every week. You need more videos, watching the videos, listening to more audios. Like, for example, those doing advanced auditing, I always advise that. Those doing strategic case study, I always advise that. Listening more to audios, because this thing is about remembrance. So it's about scaling up your approach. When you fail a professional exam, it's not time to start blaming people, start pointing fingers. No. Just get back to work. Exactly. And if you mourn for more than 3 days, then you have psychological problem. You cannot over-elaborate on your challenges. Never. If you do that, it can affect you. It can be perilous. 3 days should be enough to overcome and get back to business. There's no time for anybody to be messing you around and be begging you to come and write an exam. No. People have already qualified. What are you doing to yourself? Get your mind back and get to business. That is what you need to hear. No one should pamper you. Is that clear? Because when you qualify, I'm sure you will never call any of us again in your life. So please get yourself back to reality. I have failed the paper. It's time to move on. It's time to get back to tuition. It's time to get back to some revision through the modular program. Exactly. Because without tuition, without modular, it is not easy to self-discipline yourself. That is the truth. So you need some guidance, you need some rehearsal, which is very key. I always advise that, okay? Right, so say somebody say, Ellie, thank you for a presentation. Please, can the desktop version of the app be updated to include a speed mode like we have in the mobile app? I think I'll let my team respond to that. So Mike, can you check on that for me? Okay, so somebody said, great elaboration, thank you. When is the main lecture starting for FR? So FR should be starting tomorrow, and modular will start next week from Friday. Because normally we have Friday, next week Friday, we have FRSCR starting next week Friday. So from next week, modular will also kick off, exactly. So as I said, syllabus is ending this July, as we have elaborated. So because of that, I will be emphasizing collaboration between modular and tuition. As I said, a lot of collaboration will be needed, exactly. So tuition will be joining modular for some programs, exactly. So make time for it. If I say there's collaboration, it means you need to make time because there will be a lot of demand on you. For example, if we are doing strategic case study and I ask modular students to join tuition, it means that you must join the tuition at the lecture time that we have tuition. Exactly. If I'm asking tuition to join modular, it means that those who are doing tuition must make time and join the modular class. And they never clash. They are all at separate times. So that is what I mean by collaboration. It means that there will be demand. There will be a demand on you. It's not free of charge. There will be pressure for you to join the modular in addition to the tuition. So that's what I'm trying to say. Because I may say this, somebody may think that, oh, it's just normal thing. No. What I'm talking about is extra pressure. Because if I say you are in tuition, come and join modular. What it means is that I'm calling you to come and join a lecture at another time. So please take note of that, okay? Great. So somebody say, please, are you the one teaching modular? Yes, I teach modular for both tuition and modular. For most of the subjects, I do the teaching myself. What does it take to register for offline? So for offline, when you go to the app, just go to the offline, because I think I should have shared that picture. Mike, if you have it, you can share it. If you look at our program profile within the ICAG, you will see tuition, you will see modular, you will see offline, you see intervention. So depending on the program you want to choose, you click on it and obviously register under it, okay? Somebody said, can fees be paid in installment? For installment, I think you need to reach out to the secretary, exactly. Put your payment plan across. She may approve it or she may decline it, but whatever it is, just reach out to the secretary to verify it. We normally encourage, if they are installment payment, we normally allow regular students, exactly, because obviously if you've been part of us, why not? We can guarantee your stewardship or your faithfulness, exactly. But for new students, it's normally a suspicion, okay? So as I said, reach out to the secretary. She's been designated to deal with such issues, are we clear? Right, so how soon can I access the app? I've been waiting for some time now. So why not? If you have any challenge regarding access and all of that, we will definitely sort it out after the session. My app is saying I don't have access to this sitting. Obviously, it needs activation. We'll work on that. Does the payment for regular teaching come with study manuals? As I've emphasized, all tuition or regular tuition come with what? Lecture notes or lecture materials, okay? So you'll be given lecture materials for you to access and print. But if you want to buy a manual or buy a revision kit, even though not compulsory, you can obtain a copy. Exactly. Good. So how does somebody access the portal on the laptop? So if you have any of these needs, why not? You can reach any of our technical team. They will help you with some of these things. Are we clear? Right. So, sir, please, with the course material, do we rely on the Google Drive or we have to read the ICA manuals too? I would actually say that there's no time. Looking at the time we have available, the materials, the course materials can be enough to be able to run through the entire syllabus. So I would emphasize you go with that. But why not? You can also use the manual if you can have the opportunity to read more. Are we clear? Great. So somebody says, how do we get a refund of the 10% after paying for 3 subjects? I'm not sure what that means, but if you have paid for 3 subjects and you didn't get a discount, the discount should have been automated. So I'm wondering how you didn't get it, but whatever it is, you can reach out and we'll resolve it, okay? Please, are you the lecturer for corporate reporting modular? Yes, please. I'm lecturer for corporate reporting, both regular and the modular, strategic case study, both modular and regular. Is that clear? So take note of that. I also teach advanced auditing, regular and modular also. We have a TA that handles it, but sometimes, as I said, there will be collaboration. So you will still see me in your modular class this diet. Okay. Right. Somebody said, I joined last diet and I must say that Aspire makes learning a pleasure. Thank you for the feedback. Okay. So with regular students also have the privileges the modular students are gaining. That is what I'm saying, that there will be collaborations. There will be what? Collaborations between the regular and the modular. So that the advantage that the tuition has, modular can also benefit. And the advantage that the modular have is actually tuition can also benefit. But as I emphasize, don't join modular if you have never been through our tuition before. Never, ever join modular if you have not passed through our tuition before. That's one. Never join modular if you have a mark in the last diet below 35. It's a risk. I keep emphasizing that, okay? Great. Somebody say, I joined case study. The last time was April 2022. Is it advisable to opt for modular? I will advise you to join tuition. The last time you joined us for case study is April 2022. Please, in all humility, just join the regular tuition. If there's anything in modular, through the collaborations, you will benefit. Okay, great. After 3 weeks of repetition, does the weekend class end? No, weekend will still be on, weekday will still be on, just that there will be no repetition. There will be no continuation, but there will be no repetition, but rather continuation. So we'll still have weekend, we'll still have weekday, but there will be no repetition. So take note of that, okay? Great. How long does it take for us to be added to the WhatsApp platform? It will be done, obviously, within 24 hours. As I said, we are going to introduce the complaint form in the app. So once we do that, if you click on the complaint form and complete it, within, I'm sure, some few hours, you should be added, because sometimes the complaint becomes so burdensome because so many people call in and at the same time. But if we automate the complaint in the app, it will make it easy and well coordinated. And that is what we are about to achieve. So hopefully by tomorrow or the next, the complaint form, electronic complaint form in the app should be live. And once that happens, it will make it easy to make things a bit easy for all of us. Exactly. Which schedule would you advise for someone who got 43 in case study last sitting? Just go for your modular. Just go for your modular, and you will actually thank me for doing that. Last sitting, those who joined the modular have no regret. A lot of them had a good outcome after they had joined the modular in the previous, in the regular, and joined the modular in the next time. Exactly. Good. So BlueStacks does not support iOS. I think Mike can speak to that. Right. Somebody said, thank you for the session. I tried registering in the app, but was not successful. I was directed to register manually and paying through the Momo line. I want to know if I can still get access. Why not? So once we ask you to go manual and you register in the app, we'll surely get you activated for you. Okay. Great. So I think so many questions here, but I want to see if I can allow some people to ask the question live, and then maybe I'll go back to the text messages soon, because sometimes I want to hear the voices. And I was so disappointed. Somebody said that Ellie does not allow people to ask questions. Great. But let's see. Let me see how many I can allow. Kwesi Ajima, your name sounds like the CEO of the institute. Are you the CEO of the institute? Kwesi Ajima. Your name is as a resemblance to the CEO of the institute. Is that the CEO of ICA, Kwesi Ajima? If you are there, unmute and let's hear you. We have Richard Amankwa. If you are there, you can also unmute. Yes, Richie. How can I help
you? Thank you. Good evening.
Good evening, Rich.
Thank you so much. Last time I joined the CR and the strategy regular. I must say that it was so helpful. Thank you so much. I was able to get it
when students give feedback. Sometimes you don't say the good one, it's the bad one people go and be saying.
Thank you so much. I got a CR. So I'm
You
led
got
to
a
strategy.
CR. It will be
Thank you so
well,
much.
brother. It will be well. It will
So
be
I
well.
want to join the modular now
Very
this
good.
time. But I
Very
want to know
good.
if we are going to get some sort of an outline where we can use to be preparing ourselves before
So
you land us with.
normally the first lecture for modular will normally discuss the last sitting paper. I'll share with you solution on how the answers or the answers that were expected in the last sitting. I'll share that with you on our first meeting. And I will run you through the syllabus and I'll give you 20 key areas to start reading. So that's normally what we do on our first lecture. So don't worry, modular, that is the approach so that you are already set on the path of seriousness on the first day. Okay, so don't worry. When we get there, you will enjoy it so much. Great. Right. Eben, any question? Hello, Eben.
Yes, Yes,
Hey,
Eli.
is that my good friend Ebenezer?
Yes, so yes, Eli.
Ebenezer, you have to chat that.
Oh, Eli. It's not easy. So now I'm confused whether I should go for the self-study or I should look at
you are confused between self-study and modular.
Yes.
I always advise that when you are going for self-study, ask yourself the question, do I have the discipline to learn on my own? Ask yourself that question and know the answer that you have for yourself. Because self-study means that you are disciplined to get yourself learning every day, meaning that there is no barrier to lectures. It means that you are telling yourself that I have, if assuming you are writing corporate reporting, you are telling yourself that I have lectures every day for the next maybe 10, 12 days. So you watch all the videos and then watch it all over again. That's serious business. Are we clear?
Yeah.
If we can have that discipline, why not? There's no problem about that. Are we together?
Okay. Yeah.
The
other issue is that
and then make your choice. Yeah.
Okay. So the other issue is that I don't know. Do we have to uninstall and install the app again? Because I realized that the self-study component is not.
It's not
the
there.
Old one.
So maybe what you can do is to update the app. Go to Play Store. Sometimes when you tell students to update, they rather delete.
Yeah.
To go to Play Store, what we mean by that is that go to Play Store and search the app again. Just go and type Aspire Executive, you see the app there. And when you click on it, you realize that instead of the word download, you see the word update.
Okay.
So you click on update and it will open the app again to you and it will give you the latest features updated into the app. Exactly. So try that and let's see whether the offline pops up. Okay, right.
Yeah. Finally, you choose a WhatsApp platform where we can interact and share ideas and stuff like that.
So with the offline, we are going to have only a single platform for all students who have registered for offline. It's just to have one-way communication, nothing interactive. Are we clear? Because that platform is just to put everybody there. If you have any challenge, maybe with your app, maybe accessing document, even with the drive, it will be sent to your mail. So all documents will be forwarded into your mail. You can download and have access to the videos to follow the session. Exactly. So it's going to be a single platform for one-way communication. Okay. Right.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So, let's talk later, okay? Maybe make time and call. And
we will talk. We need to talk.
Very good, very good. So, kindly call. Let's have some discussion.
I'll do so. I'll do so.
Great. Right. So, the next person, Isaac. Isaac, any question for me?
Yes. Good evening to you and to everybody on the platform. I must first of all commend Fred. I joined the modular class the last time.
Okay.
In fact, he was fantastic. He took us through the PSA.
Very good.
Just that I deviated at the exams, but I couldn't get it. But my concern is per the previous experience. When you was taking us through the PSA, just after the PSA, there's FR. So
Okay.
all those who were with us at the PSA, just after the PSA, they're going to do FR. So
Yeah.
most of the times he has to speed up. And
Okay.
when you even ask questions, the FR people will be, saying, "Oh, we have another lecture. We have another lecture."
Okay.
And stuff.
Let me just
I suggest that.
let me check on that. Okay.
Yes, I was about to
Mhm.
suggest that maybe if it is PSA, the next subject that follows PSA should be maybe corporate or something, so that it wouldn't be that
It wouldn't
those
be
are the
like
level.
we are pressured to.
Those are the value exactly.
I get you.
It
I
won't
get
put pressure on us.
I
Yeah,
get
this
you.
time
But you
I'm
should have
doing
given me that
PSA and
feedback.
FR.
I should have gotten that feedback quickly. So this time around, I think our feedback form will be circulated, I think 3 weeks into the lecture, so that we can get these feedbacks and sort it out. Because I don't want to wait till the session end to get some of this feedback. So if that time, if you have any challenge with our tuition, maybe the timing, the delivery, anything, just give us that feedback as quickly as possible for us to align things.
Yes, and all that I've observed also is that the level 2 subjects, almost all of them are in the weekends. If some of them could be pushed to within the week, it will help, because most of us
for the modular or
for the modular.
You know, with the way modular works, if you look at the modular, you realize that the modular is always weekends. But it's all about understanding. I remember for advanced, there was one of the subjects, right? What the lecture did was that it came to a consensus with the student, and they were running weekday sessions. So everybody had understanding that, you know what, let's move it to the weekday at a specific point.
Because with a weekday, just after work, you can just continue with it. Even at the office, that's always better.
Sometimes to one of the things we did, or which has been helping for some of our subjects, is early morning lectures. I prefer that a lot. So early
morning will be at work.
No, not on weekdays, on weekends. On weekends. I'm talking about weekends.
That's why I'm saying that weekends, most of us, we are very busy, extremely busy. That's where we get
everybody that is busy on weekends.
That's where we get the money for you.
It's not easy. No, it's not easy. But we'll see how it goes.
All right. But anyway, kudos to Fred. It did very well the last time, especially the last hour tips. He was so good. He was so good. So maybe this time we're praying for good times.
It will be well. Great. Thank you, Isaac, for the feedback. Let's see. We have Esther. Esther, any feedback for us? Any commendation for us, Esther?
Yes. Hello.
Yes, Esther, we can hear you.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. It's my first time joining the Aspire, and I would say I have a big problem with myself. I've written FA for many times, and it's up and down. My marks are sometimes high as 48. And then when I write again, I'm getting 37 or 32 or something. So, and I also asked a question by typing earlier to ask if you were the FAT lecturer.
I think financial accounting is handled by Mr. Jamesy. Okay, very experienced lecturer, very experienced lecturer. So in your case, maybe we may have to talk after the class so that I ask him to have some special attention for you regarding so that, because we've written severally, so if there's any peculiar challenge, maybe he may be able to address it for you. Okay, so let's have a chat after the class, and let me see how best I can assign him to help you in that regard. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Esther, for your feedback. We have Nanajwa. Nanajwa, any question? Any question from Nanajwa?
Yeah, so Ali, hi. My question is, maybe I spoke with you and I think you gave me a feedback, but for the benefit of some other students who would want to know, if I've registered for the regular classes, but then I want to equip myself with the question solutions being taught at the modeler, can I still
Yeah.
go ahead and register for the modeler?
Yes,
Wow,
why
so-
not? There are people who do that. There are people who register for both. It increases the tempo, actually.
All right.
It's not wrong to do that. People actually do that. They register. I think some students have already done that. They register for both tuition and the modular at the same time. It just increases the tempo, because at the end of the day, you're going to have more meetings per week. Are we together? So it increases the level of discipline that you need to be able to pass the paper. It is so good. It can help. Yeah, it can help.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Nanajua, for the question. Let's have Alfred. Maybe I'll take Alfred and some other person, and then we can move back to the Q&A session. So Alfred, talk to me.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, Alfred.
Please, I joined late, but I wanted to know when MA is starting.
MA started today. We did a syllabus overview today. So there will be a repetition of what was done on the weekend. So if you have not been able to join us
For
today,
regular, please.
For regular, yeah, we did regular just this evening. We started from 5:30 and closed at 7, so that we can make way for today's evening opening night. So we did that.
Okay.
Are we clear? But there will be a repetition of what was done today on the weekend. I think from 10:30 on Saturday, we should have the same thing done on what was done today, repeated on the Saturday. Okay, so you can still take advantage of that. Okay. Great.
Okay.
Let me take one more person. So many people have raised their hands, but let me take one more and then maybe move back to the Q&A box. Samens, any question from Samens?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Samens.
Okay. Yes. So please, I WhatsApp you this morning concerning the registration I did for the other courses which I was yet to take, but because I saw my results, I had to, put it on hold and come and rewrite. But then I registered through the modular, and then it would happen that there will be an extra balance. So I wanted to find out if that could be credited maybe in future to clear part of my intervention.
It's not a problem at all. So let's have that discussion. Once we have had some chat on that, why not? We could still continue chatting, okay? I normally prefer a lot of chats. When you chat me, it's easier. At least I'm able to have the reference of our conversation. Are we together? So that I know what we have discussed and we continue from there. There are some people who will normally put their or set their chat to have what we call disappearing messages. Exactly. Please, if you are having a chat with me, make sure you turn that thing off. Exactly, because I don't like that at all. Because whatever we are having, the discussion we are having, is a professional chat. So why would you put a disappearing message, whatever disappearing setting over there? It's really not the best. So please, if we are chatting myself or any of our team members, please take off that particular setting so that we can always track the conversation we had with you, so that we can easily help anytime the need be. Okay. Let me take one more person and then I go back to the Q&A box. Then I'll do an overview of what we have done and then we can shut down. We have Deborah Opoku. Is Deborah there? Deborah.
Yes, I'm there. Yes, hello. Good evening.
You have the privilege of being my last person. Talk to me.
Yes, thank you. Okay, so I want to find out, I sat for a strategic case study last session. Though I've joined your teaching before, but this time I didn't join yours, and I had 43. So I want to ask if you advise me to join the modular session if I want to join.
Oh, definitely. Why not? Because as I always say, modular is always for revision. Are we clear? You get your videos of previous lectures. You even get intervention videos as part of the modular. You get intervention videos for free. Okay. Then weekly.
Okay, so so my next question is, how many times do we meet for the modular session?
Come again?
How many times do we meet for the modular session?
Once a week. Once a week. Yeah.
For how many
hours?
As I said,
normally for 3 hours. As I said, you may even be made to join the regular class. So that means
Okay.
you could have twice a week meeting. Is that okay?
Okay. All right.
So take note of that, okay?
All right, so thank you.
And those who have not updated the app, I always encourage you to do that. My team always says, just go to the online, is that clear? Search the app and always update, because there are so many versions or updates that we are running to make the app optimize and work better. Are we together? So always go online as frequent as possible. There are people who don't have automatic updates. Is that clear? If you are somebody who finds yourself in that situation, please check online, search the app again and update before you register, so that at the end of the day, you have the latest version with all the nice things thereof. Is that clear? Somebody says, please, with the CIT, do you have tuition? Yes, we have tuition for CIT. We have tuition for CIMA, so many other programs on our portal, okay? So when is MA meeting? MA met today, it will be repeated over the weekend. Somebody is asking, is the March exam result out? Can you imagine? The exam result is out, okay? Okay, so somebody said, will you have access to the previous videos if you register for the current situation? Yes. So if you register for the current sitting, you still have access to the last sitting videos. It's given to you. Yeah, you still have access. Are we together? So how is tuition tailored to help people who have no accounting background, especially those starting from level 1? Why not? We have a team that has the patience to deliver. So don't worry, we will carry everybody along. For example, there are students who normally have exemptions in financial reporting, whatever, and they normally come to write corporate reporting. What we do is that we even allow our corporate reporting students to join financial reporting for free. That's the stencil. We allow corporate reporting students to join financial reporting lectures for free. Why? Because the IFRS we learn in level 2 for financial reporting, those standards are still repeated in level 3. And some people have exemptions, so they have no knowledge of some of them. So we give you the advantage of allowing you to join financial reporting class. And the good news is that I will teach you the same standards in FR level 2 and continue with you in corporate reporting. So that helps a lot. Are we together? Right. So let's somebody say, please, thank you for the presentation. I joined some few minutes ago. I would like to know when PSA lectures will be. So PSA will begin on Sunday. So somebody say, can you share the timetable on modular 2? Why not? We will fly it on all the pages. Maybe by tomorrow, we'll share it on all the pages. Okay, great. So who is teaching FA? As I said, yes, Mr. Janefi is teaching financial accounting. Great. So somebody said, at the back of the recent network issues faced in the country, what arrangements are there to prevent distortion in lecture? So as it is always the case, every lecture is recorded. Is that clear? So even if there's any break in transmission or any distortion of network, no matter where you are, the videos will be shared in the app for you. So as much as possible, you just make the time, obtain them, download it, and you are good to go. Exactly. Somebody say, I'm a new student. I hope I have nothing to fear when it comes to my ICA journey. Why not? It is doable. A lot of people have qualified, and I can tell you, you are obviously have made the right decision to join us. Is that clear? How do you get discount if you register different levels? I think our discount policy does not apply across level. It applies specifically to a single level. Is that clear? Great. I'm a level 1 student, but it seems you are addressing other levels more than level 1. I think I've spoken about that also now. Sorry about that. Great. What is the difference between modular and regular? I think we've emphasized that, so I don't think I'll have to talk about that. Great. Somebody said, can one attend both PSA and SCS? Yes, why not? You can attend that. What is the fee for offline? I think once we share the flyer, you get all this information. Okay, great. So let me just spend the next 10 minutes emphasizing what we have done today, and then we can shut down. I think that is very key so that those who join us late can appreciate the issue. So I have 10 minutes to wrap up. Just give me your attention. So this is our tuition program, specifically ICA tuition program, which we have started today, and is to be continuous or repeated for weekday and weekend. So whatever is done on weekday will be repeated on the weekend, as I emphasized. But after 3 weeks, we will go to have a joint session. So whatever is done on the weekend will be continued on the weekday, so that we can be able to finish the syllabus. The time is short, and that is the best way we can approach it. So all sessions, whether you are joining weekend or weekday, you will have access to the videos as a backup, so that you can join and watch as many times as possible for you to be able to follow us. Our videos are downloadable in the app without a need to play it with an internet. So take note of that. You can always download our videos and play without internet. Then we have our modular program, which is tailored towards our reciters. And as I've emphasized, it is only for those who have joined our tuition program. Never register for modular if you have never been to our tuition program before. It's tailored towards that. And as I've emphasized, there will be collaboration between the modular and the tuition program going into this particular diet. So many collaborations where we have joint session for both modular and the regular. So I would encourage you to take advantage of that. We have the self-study offline program where you register and you are given access to the previous videos and learning materials without not joining a live class. So you are only entitled to videos and learning materials, no interaction with a lecturer. But if you have any questions or issues, we will make available our teaching assistants to you to address the issues where they need be. So that is our offline program, quite heavily discounted for those who want to take advantage of it. And as I said, this coming or from tomorrow, you can call me for any need for mentoring, need for guidance as to what to do after you have, maybe you have come to a crossroad in regarding your decision. You want advice, just give me a call, and between the hours of 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. and we can have a discussion on the way forward. I'll be glad to hear from you. And as I've said, our mobile app has features that will make you wonder. Exactly. We have an AI which we call Ask Sigmund. The AI tool is extensively to help you ask any questions and get answers in the click of a button. And as I've said and I've indicated, the ICAG past questions from 2015 to date has been updated onto this portal. So you can ask any question and it will give you answers specifically from the ICA past question. We expect to do the same with the launch of the new syllabus, and this will become a major game changer for tuition in Ghana when it comes to ICAG. We have a computer-based exam for our students who register for our revision programs. We normally do it to ensure that at least students are able to practice some of the things using our online platform or online exam platform. It's a new innovative platform. We have intentionally rolled this out in anticipation that as the institute decides to move all exams online, we are already ready to support in that regard. And as I've said, we have a complaint form, electronic complaint form, which we are building into our app so that if you have any issue, you can electronically report, give us a feedback automatically, so that at the end of the day, you can receive prompt response to it. Exactly. So this is our program. I'm very happy that we've all joined. A record 450 colleagues join us for this call, and I'm sure that you are excited to be on our platform. Aspire has been the leading tuition provider, and I can tell you our record is matchless. In the last sitting exam, we had a passed list of 312 qualified accountants, and I must tell you that Aspire had 191 of them coming from our tuition program. So that benchmark is that we have achieved over 60% of qualified students that are expected to graduate from the March exam. We have achieved over 60% outcome in terms of qualified accountant from the result that was released in the March exam. Unmatched, and nowhere else can you find this except for Aspire. Thank you so much for making time to join us. I wish you all the best. Meet you in the next class. Bye-bye.